If you clicked on this, that means you're probably like me. You might be addicted to something. That doesn't mean you're on drugs or some type of substance, but you're probably constantly making yourself feel good, feel good, but you don't even know it. It's just too much. It's like it's an overload. That's me about a year and a half ago. I couldn't stop playing Fortnite. That might start to sound cringy, but I I started to realize that but then coming to this point in my life, I started to realize that I can do stuff to use my time in a meaningful way. And it is so much more fulfilling to use our time in a way that benefits others and not just damages ourselves. I I would it would come to the point when I s- I could still the thing is that you can still get sucked into it once you think you're done. You might say, "Oh, I'm done," but you can. It is too easy to come back. My computer is right there. I can hop on there and play another game of Fortnite right now because it. The simple thing is, it's that easy, and it's made to be addictive. And the game is free. I've never been, for me, I've never been good at video games, but when when it makes it think that you're good, and then I mean, I'm probably all right at the game now, but who really cares? It's something, but that's just how I use my time. I remember 2 years ago, somewhere around like 2 years ago, about this time, I was I was watching Asian Jeff, the pro Fortnite player. He was playing with Plague, and it was Chapter 3, Season 1 of Fortnite Battle Royale, and he just he it was like end game. He was low on materials. He had the Stinger SMG, man, and he was just shooting, and then he got the win, and that got him into the finals. I was so hyped up. I'll say this right here that I'm a OG Asian Jeff fan, and now he's streaming today with like 15,000 viewers on Twitch. So if if you really love something and stick at it, that it will success will come. I haven't really experienced that yet though. So it doesn't feel right to say something like that. You can only take someone's word for it when they've experienced that. But we see we see that everyday example all the time. When people say, "How did this happen? How did this happen?" We let it happen because success nowadays is attention. If we are giving somebody our attention, you're giving me your attention right now. So it's probably not, I probably don't have much of anyone's attention. But if you're listening to this video, then uh, hit the subscribe button because I'm I'm really trying to grow on YouTube this year. This is the year to do it. And I'll be uploading a video at least once a week for the rest of the year. Maybe a break here and there, but won't plan on it intentionally. And back to the main idea that I was saying, that we cannot just nothing will happen right away. That whether it's Asian Jeff continuing to play Fortnite and becoming one of the most popular people in the streaming world, or me quitting playing a video game like that and getting off of that game, using time to focus on things that matter. And that's something I feel like we actually need to do. People, if you're like me right now, around my age, I'm 17 years old, and we have to, and so in a year, I'm going to be close to graduating high school, and that's going to be pretty, it's going to be like it's a, it's a big time for anybody's life, like in the whole world, because then we pretty much become free. But I have to think about if I want to go to college, where I want to go to college, what kind of career I want to get, what like what am I doing with my life? Anything anything up until that point, it is required of us to listen to an authority figure, because success will not come at an early stage. No, nobody can really, the average person or somebody like me, I could never do anything on my own. But because somebody had to, whether it's my parents, a teacher, a coach, they have to push us into a certain area. But it's up to us to decide what we're going to do. And excuse me, and how we're going to use that time. But most of the time, we have to listen to them. And but then later on, nobody's going to be there to watch out for me. Nobody's going to be there when I do anything, maybe. But I know God will. And all the people that I meet, and all the and everybody that will be there, will be there. But they're not going to come into our life. People come into our lives because they see something in us, not just because they want to do something for the good of everybody. And so then back to that idea of Asian Jeff or me, which direction do you go? How much money are you gonna make? Who's doing what? Like, I mean, what did that for me, I was able to, I put this idea in my head that at first, when like whenever I do it, whenever I do something, I have a feeling that it's like whatever I'm doing, oh, this is a good thing. Oh, yeah, this is good. This is good. Keep doing it. Keep going. No, you don't want to stop because we're getting positive reinforcement from ourself. But what is that? What is that to trust? It's more about pounding an idea in your head that whatever this action, whatever this useless activity that I keep doing, who's I need I need to be able to silence that and be able to suffer first to see what can come next. And that's how it is with everything. When um but yeah, I kept saying something in my head that this is not good. This is not good. We just completely flip the whole idea and start doing something that you will feel where you'll see you'll get something out of it in the long run and not just in the moment. No no instant reward, no reward that you get right away that will ever help somebody in life because it will not keep us going because a little bit of a little thing just keeps you down here. But big things, big jumps of the quality stuff like reading a book and actually putting knowledge into our brain and not multitasking, like listening to music and doing homework. You know, the homework is, I mean, they used to tell us that when we were younger. I never got that. They said, if you do listen to music when you study, you're gonna be smarter. You're gonna get an A on the test. I mean, that's another thing that I've kind of backed out on because I don't see how music would like how it would how it benefits somebody unless you're trying to get in a certain mood. But if you need to get a task done, if it's in the moment, then where does that come from? Like I'm doing my math homework. How do I know what x equals if Central C's in my ear? Like come on, man. What it's just pleasure. Pleasure to get something hard done. The the reward isn't actually felt. So whatever task I'm doing now, I'm trying to completely devote all my focus to it. And people will know it, nobody's going to notice it at first. But then if you keep going, it'll it'll a good repetition, pick it up and don't don't lose yourself where you were or how you are. but just keep going. People will notice, and then you pick them up too. So yeah, just reinforce the the good ideas and silence the negative. Start small and think, I'm going to go a week without this. I'm going to go a a month without this. I'm going to go a year without this. Whatever it may be, stay stay locked in. Don't let the I can't I'm really talking to myself right now because I don't want that outside voice to really overtake me. If it overtakes me, then who's at the driver's seat? I think I was saying that last time. But yeah, that's that's how that's how to develop stronger willpower. Anytime anytime there is anytime there is a form of temptation, like going on social media, listening to music, playing video games, or eating or drinking something that probably shouldn't be ate or drank, then they say it's deeper than just saying no. But if you say, "Oh, sorry, I don't want a donut. Sorry, I don't want a donut," that's what's gonna make us stronger. And or if I say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this for just an hour," like if I keep thinking about, I think about this all the time. That if I say every now and then I say, "Oh, I'm gonna play Fortnite for an hour," and then when I'm done, I just feel like shit. Like I feel like real shitty. It's so it gets me so down about myself, and that regret is stronger than anything else. That's why, yeah. The last thing I'm gonna say is that anybody who has who you like you don't feel that way, dude, there's a dog outside. I just heard it. Somebody's barking. Stop barking, man. But yeah, if you don't feel a certain way, like that's just not. Some people aren't being themselves. You really, they're really just trying to fit in. And when you're just trying to fit in, when I'm trying to just fit in, it's like this ain't this ain't my skin I'm in. I'm in I'm in someone else's. Like I'm living somebody else's life. Life is it might be living me. I have to live life. That's what control is all about. But just act like like nobody's watching because somebody told you to do this in the first place. But like to try to fit in, a lot more benefit will come to being an outcast.